Hello. When you're choosing your career, one of the important factors is what will be the outcome? What are the prospects of this career? What will I do after I complete my academic journey in line towards that career? So basically, the most common question asked was, what job am I going to get? Will I get a job? Of course, there are various other ways to make a career, not just job as a mode of work. You could do business, you could become an entrepreneur, and many other things. But will I get a job? This will be the most commonly asked question. So, who will recruit you? Who are those organizations or employers who recruit this specific skill set? And what industry or what sector is that? This information becomes very crucial, isn't it? In this video, we shall discuss about the potential employers or organizations who recruit talented individuals. We will list out some of the prominent organizations across the globe who actively recruit these specific skill sets, some of these specializations which are relevant to your career. And this video is all about knowing about those prospective employers or companies or organizations who can get you a job, who can hire you. And these organizations can be ranging from renowned research institutions to cutting edge technology companies. So my friends, before you take your next step, read about these companies, understand the prospects with these companies, go through their websites, and then understand what they do, how they do, and what kind of roles they offer. In specific, in this video, we're going to discuss about the organizations or employers who are going to recruit talented individuals and skill set with chemistry background or chemistry specializations, various chemistry specializations. So let's take a look at them. Well, let's dwell into this video and then look at some of the organizations, the popular organizations or the potential employers who hire people, who recruit employees with chemistry specializations or chemistry as a mainstream subject as a background. So this video is going to serve you, help you, enable you, and empower you to get an idea about which are all those companies who hire potential employees with chemistry specializations, somebody who's very fascinated about chemistry. Let's get into the list and then see what are some of those companies worldwide to begin with. And here is first set of list, the pharmaceutical companies. Of course, these are available across, these are the MNCs largely: Pfizer, Novartis, Merck, GSK, and Johnson and Johnson. These are some of the popular examples of pharmaceutical companies, and they hire chemists, especially with a title called chemists, primarily from a chemistry background, for drug discovery, formulation, and quality control. So these are the popular pharmaceutical companies to look out for, my friends. And the next set is the chemical manufacturing companies. Look at the list: Dow Chemicals, BASF, DuPont, again another popular one, which is again an MNC. Lyondell Industries. These are the major chemical manufacturers across the world, primarily outside India. And they employ chemists for research, development, and production largely. So if you are a chemistry background, chemistry specialized professional, these are the chemical manufacturing companies to look out for. Again, I remind you all, this is just an indicative list for you to get an idea. What are those potential employers? Who are those potential employers? What is that list looks like? That's the whole idea, but I would suggest that you do your due diligence as you move on with your career choices. The next set of firms that we have is biotechnology firms like Biogen, Amgen, Genentech, Regeneron. These are some of the biotechnology companies. These organizations hire chemists for drug development, discovery, process optimization, analytical testing, and so on and so forth. And we also have environmental consulting firms like AECOM, Environmental Resources Management, and Golder Associates are the popular environmental consulting firms, they also hire chemists for environmental assessment, remediation, and regulatory compliance. Not just only the pharmaceutical and biotechnology companies, the consulting firms also. You must be wondering, is it possible to become a consultant in a specific field of science? Yes, it does. And here is a sample list of companies or firms that recruit employees. And of course, very importantly, the government agencies: Environmental Protection Agency, Food and Drug Administration, National Institutes of Health, primarily in the United States of America. They employ chemists for regulatory compliance, research, and policy making roles. So if you are of a high quality, high accuracy, and detail oriented individual, then these are some of the agencies, regulatory agencies, that you could look out for. And of course, you also have the research institutions. Some of the national laboratories, such as Lawrence Berkeley National Laboratory, Argonne National Laboratory, and Max Planck Institute in Germany, they conduct research in chemistry and often hire chemists for various projects. So these are the other research institutions to look out for. And of course, it is the academic institutions, which is common in any field, in any specialization, which are primarily the research institutions and universities. They offer primarily the faculty teaching positions and research opportunities for chemists in various disciplines and of chemistry. And that's a list, that's an indicative list of firms, organizations, technology companies, institutions, research organizations, consulting firms across the world. Now let's look at some of them in India, primarily focusing on India. Here is a list of pharmaceutical companies in India which are popular. Sun Pharmaceutical Industries, Dr. Reddy's, Cipla, and Lupin Limited. These are the major pharmaceutical companies who hire chemists for drug research, formulation, and production. And the next one is chemical manufacturing companies. Yes, we do have certain chemical manufacturing companies like Reliance Industries, Tata Chemicals, Gujarat Alkalis and Chemicals Limited, and Hindustan Unilever Limited. These are the ones to look out for from a manufacturing segment standpoint. And of course, we do have research institutions like IITs, Indian Institute of Science, Indian Institute of Technology, Council for Scientific and Industrial Research, CSIR laboratories. They conduct research in chemistry, offering a lot of employment opportunities, primarily for students or professionals based with the chemistry background. And India also have significant names from the government agency standpoint: the Department of Science and Technology, Department of Biotechnology, and Indian Council for Agriculture Research in India. They employ chemists for research, development, and policy making roles. And as usual, the academic institutions, they are quite common, who offer the faculty and research positions, universities and colleges and research institutions. And we also have some of these agrochemical companies like Bayer Crop Science, Syngenta India, and UPL Limited. They do hire chemists for research, development, agrochemicals, and pesticides. Of course, India is, the major revenue comes from agriculture, so it makes perfect sense for somebody with a chemistry background working in an agrochemical companies. That would be ideal. So that is again an indicative list for the organizations, firms, institutions within India who hire employees with a chemistry background or a chemistry specialization. These are the list of companies to look out for. It's just an indicative list, my dear friends. Please do your due diligence and research when you plan your career. But this video should serve you to understand what are those high level names if you were willing to consider a potential career with a chemistry background. Thank you.